Boom! Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome on Audio Talks, the audio live podcast hosted by me. Important changes tonight. We are on YouTube instead of Twitch. Maybe it could be better for you, as here at least you can decide the quality. Like you can downscale the quality since it's an audio podcast, and it's just talks basically. Let's wait till the chat it populates a bit, so we can start to talk about the topic of the evening, which is what do I need to be a music producer or to produce music? Wait a second. As usual, I'm spamming everything. On my socials. So since my audience needs a bit of encouragement sometimes to join the conversation. And yes. So boom. That's it. Yeah, I receive a lot of requests actually on which software do I need to produce music? What plugins do you advise? Which app should I download? So, since the topic is very vast, since I receive a lot this question, let's start to see, in terms of software, yes, techniques of things that you need. Let's also see which kind of knowledge, sometimes people do not understand that to do this job, you need a lot also of knowledge in music, in sound engineering, in physics. It's relative. I mean, it's not an absolute need of knowledge. And yes, so what to do, where to start, but also not only where to start, also it's like I have already started, how can I improve? What do I miss? Which app, which software, which technique, which knowledge I can access to enhance what are my craft for the production? Well, that's actually a very good question, a good set of questions, because it's more as a question, but it somehow collect. It holds more than one answer. Yeah, so let me give you a bit of background. Today I really want to go straight to the core, and also give you a bit of a sneak peek of future projects I'm actually cooking. So yes, let me give you a bit of background. How is currently the world, the reality for learning sound engineering and music production? Of course, guys, if you have questions, just interact with me through the chat. WhatsApp, please avoid, or Facebook, please avoid, because it might be tricky for me to, check, do. So, where do I start? Unfortunately, nowadays, with the internet, the quantity, I mean the probability, the possibility to access the learning industry, the educational industry. Of course, the offer has broadened up, but together with it, also the chance of be a victim of what is bad education or scam, no? This school that they promise you this, promise you that, but in fact they don't give you like a suitable knowledge. Of course, with the advent of internet, it's something that it really it's behind every corner. So also be careful, no? Also be really careful of it. First of all, then, how do I recognize a good school, a good institution? Well, knowing, first of all, what you need to learn could be, the first important step. Who is a music producer? So, first of all, a music producer is a guy or a lady, depends, or both sometimes, but that might be a bit tricky. That produce, that creates, that craft music. So music, is let's say a language. So it has an alphabet, it has a grammar, it has a semantic, we can say, and because of it, first of all, if you want to be a music producer, you need to know music. It's like me, I want to be a writer. To be a writer, to write a book, to produce a book, I need to know how to write. So that's the first thing. And not only like how to write, but how to write in a particular language for a particular genre. So that's already, something that might influence the discussion here. No, it's not enough to learn about a language. Boom, we can write for that language. No, it's a bit more vast. Same here. I want to produce music. The first spontaneous thing is like, I need to study music. I need to study, no? Like, it's an action that takes time, takes years, to sometimes even a whole lifetime, no? To study the whole of music. How do you hear my audio? Is bad, by the way? Let me know, eh? So, by having this in mind, by having in mind the knowledge of the fact that you have to study music, which might be tedious, which might be a process that will take a lot of time, that's the first step. You are a music producer, you have to learn music. Even if it's just to learn the basics, no? You say, I want to be a beat maker, a trap maker. I want to make trap. Whatever I want to do in life, it's make trap music. Okay. But at least you need the very few basic rudiment of music. Tempo, flow, what's a bar, what's a measure. So the knowledge in music, it might sound like something, okay, Marco, you're telling us you've discovered the warm water, no? I want to start to become a music producer, I need to study music. Yes, you do. Um, yes, you do need that to study music, because you still receive a lot of requests of, yo, I'm a young person, I want to, I want to study to become a music producer. Which app should I download? Wow. I don't know which app you should download. It's like, you want to be an IT person, or you want to be a music producer. So the first thing is like, learn music, learn the basics of music. Here, like, luckily nowadays, you can find plenty of music tutorials on YouTube, on the net. Not to become a pro, like just to learn the basic. Really, what's about tempo, a scale, the notes, why they are called, in that way. A bit of history of music, because sometimes, and this happened to me. Shame on me when I was, a youngster with my bass guitar. It's like, oh, I discovered the melody of the century. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe just to know and understand that it was something that, in the history of music was overly common, no? Was super common, was super used and abused. How do you avoid this ingenuity? Well, the knowledge of the story of music, so whatever was before, it could be a good start, no? I know that rock music was because of that. So when I'm approaching, to trap music, yay! Hi! Finally, spam this live everywhere, on every social, everywhere, social and unsocial. So, knowing the history of music, of course, will help in understand this kind of thing. It will help in avoiding these ingenuity mistakes, no? And also to understand the purpose of a given language. For example, in history, we know that we have music such as sacred music, no? Which is music made to worship God, and all its that side, of the world. But also we have music like punk music, which is the other way around, no? So I'm worshiping God, I am destroying whatever, values a God gave us in a sense, no? And both of them are still music, imagine. So, with the same language, I'm expressing different concept, and it's important if you approach to music, even if you're doing trap, no? It's important to understand that sacred music was there. Why? Because through the knowledge of sacred music, you will, let's say, not through the knowledge of sacred music, by the fact, let's say, if you want to do something which is Christian trap or religious trap, by knowing that there is something called sacred music, you can stand on the shoulder of the giants before you. And yes, bye-bye. Tonight I'm going to eat crab soup, I hope. So, yes. It's important because you don't have to restart from scratch. You can actually, you can stand on the shoulder of the giants before you. Same for punk music or for rock music. I mean, like punk music, it started not like because a guy one morning woke up and say, yeah, let me be a punk, whoa, let me destroy everything. It started because before punk music there was rock music, and before rock music there was blues, and a certain kind of blues and a certain kind of rock in a certain time and a certain place created punk, but not from the night to the day, to the morning after. It was something, that with time. Hey, hi, Waxy. How are you? Finally, you're here with us. Today we just miss Elsie, top fan number 1, 2019. So yes, no, it's important because you don't restart from scratch. So, and understanding what was before you will also give you somehow a hint on where you are, on what's your direction. So it's very, very, very important. Now, we know that, so music, if you want to be a music producer, you need to know, if you want to produce music, you need to know the craft, no? The object, the thing you are going to produce. Otherwise, do something else. History of music, to understand where you're going, where you and how you're going somewhere. Because sometimes in the past I received a lot of requests from these people that they used to say, yes, we play this kind of rock, we play like the whole this kind of music. So which kind of music is it? No, we are rock. We are not really rock. We are post-punk, new wave, indie, trap, garage. Then you hear them play, and guys, it's rock. Stop. End of the story. Like without any excuse, without any difference in rock, no? From rock. So, history of music is important for that, because we'll give you a context to the language you are going to use. Wait, let me give the link to another delay. So, yeah. Is it clear? Does it make sense? Waxy, Wacogno, since you're a musician, you can tell us. Am I making sense? So as you reply, let me move. So, music, history of music, which, guys, is not taking years, okay? The basics is like 1 month. It's just for you to give you a clue of where are you. That's important. Otherwise, you can download, like I saw this library. Can I say no? But if I say the kind of product, I'm going to advertise, and I don't want, because I know it might be like it won't be unfair. But anyway, there is someone who had the brilliant idea to make all the intervals, all the chords, let's say all the note, into a format digestible from the software, so you don't even have to to apply yourself in music. You just drag and drop, no? Like trial and error. You try all the combination, the one that works, you're good to go with them. But yeah, I mean, you understand that that's not music, then that's something else. Sorry if you'll hear like some small monsters crying in the other room, but yes, that's my niece, which is in that noisy, age. So, yeah. Music, history of music. This regarding the knowledge. No? This regarding what to produce. Then you need to know how to produce it. So, you are studying music, which should be your main focus. And then you should study the tool. So, how are we going to produce music? With a bit of music production tools, which are basically the same things we use in sound engineering, similar software, just optimized for the task of writing digital music. In which sense? For example, there is a software I use a lot as a sound engineer, which is called Pro Tools, which is a software that allows basically to handle all the task of the music production in a comfortable way, in a quick way, without actually struggling. So, that software, of course, if I use that software to write music, I'm a bit of a sadist. In what sense? In the sense that it might be a bit tricky. It's not the best. It's not suited. It's not made to give me that let's say that quickness, that the stuff within that software are arranged in a way that it's not really optimal. It's not an optimal layout to write music. It's better maybe to do mixing, to do recording, to do mastering. Not even mastering, but it's okay. We can also use it for that. Then of course I can still write music with Pro Tools. I personally find it not the best choice to produce music. In terms of recording, mixing and mastering is boom, is unbeatable. But in terms of writing music, writing the arrangement, I don't know. I don't think it's the best. Basically, I prefer to use other things like, I don't know, Logic, that it gives me like it allows me to do this operation of writing music very quick, very painless, I could say. So, but that's a matter of taste. Now, since we have access to not, I won't say thousands, but plenty of software made for music production, you also have to not learn all of them, because it would be unrealistic, it would be crazy, it would be, I don't know, even counterproductive. But you can choose 1, 2, 3, but 1 or 2 is generally a good choice, especially if you are choosing amongst the one that represents a standard. You pick a couple of softwares and you focus on them. Software that are going to give you what you're looking for. If I need to hang a painting and I need to put a nail on the wall, I'm not going to use, I don't know, a screwdriver. I'm going to use a hammer. Okay, so always choose the tool according to what you have to do. Like, don't pick it just because. There are nowadays even you can choose amongst the the demo version of the softwares, in a way that you can try almost all the functionalities without actually going nuts or crazy. Bye bye, Waxy. She had an issue with the connection. I get that in Nairobi there is a flood. Guys, I'm very sorry. Luckily, I'm not in Nairobi now, but I'm very, very, very sorry. So yes, basically that's the thing. Pick one or two softwares. Personally, my choices are Pro Tools and Logic. Then I'm also learning other softwares, for example Reaper, for example Horizon Mixbus. Nobody's paying me to give you these names, but because they give me like flexibilities to do my things. Like for example, I loved and I still love to write music using Reason. Reason is a kick-ass software, guys. Reason, you should have a look at it. It's a bit expensive, I know, but quality comes at a price. Logic is a standard, though it's overused. I would never use Logic to mix or mastering, because it doesn't have the quality I'm looking for. Why? Confirm that you can see me. Sorry, there are people that are complaining that the video is not longer available. Please confirm. I'm also doing my thing. No, it's there. It's there and is working. Yeah, okay. So we can still go. We can still go. Boom. So yeah, basically that's the general idea. That's the general idea of what I was trying to say. Logic, I will never use it to mix it, but is top for score, to create a score or a quick arrangement or a quick beat. Pro Tools, no. With Pro Tools, I love to sweat a bit more. So you understand, it depends what you need to do, what are your operation, a normal day-to-day operation. So I didn't mention a software which makes me very famous, but for all the wrong reason. Wait a second. Because someone is complaining that it's not working, but I can't see. I can clearly see it even on my phone. So let me also troubleshoot for Mr. YouTube here. Boom, 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 boom. And here we go. So, for example, a software that I don't like at all, that I'm famous for, but I don't like it, guys, is Fruity Loops, FL Studio. Why? Well, first of all, I don't think is amongst the best software in terms of audio quality. First of all, you say, yeah, but digital, is always the same. No, there are things that varies between audio engine to audio engine. It's a bit of a closed environment. Yeah, you might say that the community is big and vast, but is mostly made to make beats. Problem is that also people are misusing it, like they do everything with it, which I find it, I don't know, an erroneous practice. But of course, if it works for your creativity, it's okay. You can even use an old tape recorder if it really works for your creativity. Meaning that if it works for your, let's say, for your creative process, no? If it allows you to express yourself, use it. Like, who am I to tell you not to use Fruity Loops? Nobody. So use it. Of course, that if you come to me and tell me that Fruity Loops is the best thing never ever invented in the world, top software number 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to disagree with you. And disagreeing heavily. So, unfortunately, what happened? Why Fruity Loops is so famous, especially amongst the youngster fellow music producers? Because you can easily find, I call it the magic version, online. No? With Pro Tools, you can't. Or if you do it, it's hard, it's a bit buggy, it gives you an idea on how the software is, but plus, I mean, a software like FL is not really demanding in terms of resources, so this should be already an alarm, no? It's like, why a professional software is not demanding? So, I don't know, if it works for your creativity, use it. Like do it. Of course, if you start to tell me that with Fruity Loops you can do everything and it's the top software 2019, 2020, and etc, I'm going to disagree with you. But not only me, So there is a distinction that needs to be made at some point of our lives. Is it clear? Then, once you choose your software, when I say you choose your software, I also mean you choose the machine that is going to host your software. Assume you already had one. To start to produce music, you need what are called virtual instruments. Unless you already have a band, have microphones. But yeah, we'll go there. So you need virtual instruments. Virtual instruments are basically, they are called plugins. So software that you can plug within another software. Like they work as if they are software extension, no? That they extend the main functionality of a software. For example, Pro Tools does not come with a lot of functionality, so you have to use plugins, which are extensions. So this plugin allow you to do this operation on the audio. This other plugin allow you to simulate a piano rather than a drum machine, rather than a guitar, etc. So you need to have a virtual instrument pack. On the net you can find plenty of them for free. which, I mean, it's okay if those instruments are not going to represent real instrument. What do I mean? Like, they are okay if the instrument you are downloading are like synthesizer, let's say, things that allow you to create a sound from scratch. Pro Tools comes with a lot of them, Logic even more. Otherwise, again, you find, just look virtual instrument on the net, you see. Another good library is the one for native instrument, the Kontakt library. There are websites, one is called Plugin Boutique, not Plugin Booty, Plugin Boutique, for example. You can get them also for free. If we go to Plugin Boutique right now, where? Oh. So, for example, let me show you this plugin. Oh, there is a 60% off. These people don't want me to save money. So, for example, here you can see, you find, you see there are several kind of plugins, several kind of things that you can just buy using your credit card and download. For example, the Soundtoy is starting from $30. Really, these people, they don't really want me to have some money. This is a nice synth for €7, so it's like less than $10 still. Expand. This comes with Pro Tools, but in Logic you have to buy an extra, otherwise it's not compatible. But even if you go here in the free section, where do they have free instruments? What do they have? Do you need Kontakt instruments? You need something for which is called Kontakt, which is a player for this instrument. But then you can load, basically, what do you have here? Those are for cinematic, that's I guess drums from the block, so old school. Whisper, if you need to do something creepy. A clock, you might need a clock, I don't know. If you're working in the in the movie industry, you need a typewriter. You might do a beat using typewriter thing. A music box, music box, synthesizer, etc., etc. This is like one, This for virtual instrument. Of course, you can have other free virtual instrument, or other things. These are chorus effect. Those are free, which might be a good thing. But of course, sometimes, let's say, if you compare the free versions with what are the paid version of the same software, of course there is no challenge, we can say, but it's normal. I mean, it's a market. So yes, you get it. It's a market. You can also, that was a website, but there are, again, already thousands of websites that offer you similar plugins for free or for, or for buying. Now, buying them, of course, it's a choice, which, guys, is always the best choice. Why? I'm not going to tell you because I want you to buy plugins, but because when you are studying this, it's okay that you use an extended demo version of a plugin. You're not making money out of it. It's okay. It's like a hobby which you want to translate into a work, into a job. So in my personal view, it's okay that you use the extended, and understand me, the extended version is very much okay. But in a professional setting, like, buy them. Why? I shown you, those Sound Toys plugin, for example, now are $29. Usually you find them at $150 each. For me to make those $30, it's like, if a project enters, they are like that. They come very easily and very quick. So buy them. First of all, to support the developer, because they are not there, to to kill their time. First of all, we always complain that the music industry is dying, but nobody is buying music anymore. So, no, everybody wants to join the music industry, but nobody is buying music. It's a bit of a paradox, per se. So yeah, you buy those softwares. Why? In your career, it might happen that you have to switch computer, you have to switch studio, you have to switch system. You are passing from a Mac to a Windows, to a Mac to a Windows, to this studio, from this other studio. Imagine that every time you have to carry like your magic library of plugins. Maybe in a studio you'll find an antivirus that doesn't like the magic version of softwares, and boom, it kills your USB flash disk or your hard disk, and you can't install. In this other studio you need the permission to access the installers for the machine. So it's like having them original. Like if I log into my Plugin Boutique account, which again I repeat, they are not paying me to do anything. I could even put my referral link, but that's not the point. No, for me to earn a few bucks, but that won't be the point. I'm not selling you a pot. No, I'm giving you professional advice. I make my money in other ways, not selling plugins. So that should be clear, because I also, sometimes I got that. But if I log into my Plugin Boutique account, there I will find my library in order with all. If there is an update for a plugin, boom, I can download it. If I need the Mac version, I can download it. If I need the Windows version, I can download it without any kind of struggle. Is there. Is there already, no? And that's a big advantage. So you're not paying the plugin alone. You are paying also the service. The fact that you don't have to carry all the plugins with you all the time. You just need an internet connection. Then you might have the licensing system, you might carry the plugin with you, because, to have a backup in your life, but you get it's an extra. And nowadays, who does not have an internet connection, guys? Like, in all honesty, I still get a lot of things like, but me, I don't have internet, I cannot access your class. But guys, we are in 2020. You want to join, the music industry, the music business, and you do not have an internet connection. It's part of the thing. So, amongst the things that you need to produce music, an internet connection is surely one of the things, because you need to listen to music. Even if you use Spotify, even if you use the premium version, at some point you'll have to connect to download new music. So it's crucial. It's really crucial to have that internet connection. So let's not use it as an excuse, because it's not. So it's nowadays is important. Is important, like, to have an email address, to use it. Guys, that's the modern age for you, no? With all its advantages and disadvantages, but that's it. We can't decide to not have internet. It's not a luxury that we can have anymore. Anyway, so once I have knowledge in music, so the basics of music, a bit of again, music theory, a bit of music history. You don't have to be a musician. I mean, you should be a musician, so you can put, like, as an extra, like an accompaniment instrument, to help you in understanding the theory. I can suggest a piano. A piano could be a good choice, in my opinion, because you visualize, no? Even if you want to sing, but at least a piano to understand how the notes work, it's important. As I always say. So having that in mind, I choose a software. Then, in this case, let's say I choose. What can I choose? I choose Pro Tools because I'm a sadist. I choose a library of sound. Again, free. Remember also, guys, that the kind of sound does not dictate the quality of your craft. What does it mean? Imagine when I do a score, even for movies, even for TV series, or for commercial. Like, this is what I did for example, for Nescafe, when I did it for Nescafe. You try with piano, with simple piano. Not this toy piano, like a very fake piano sound. Why? Because if it's something that works with that fake piano, now imagine in perspective, with a real piano, the result will be astonishing, no? So that's my suggestion. Having that in mind, you can actually start to create your music. Then it's easy. I mean, it's always easy to upgrade, no? For example, yesterday I received a beat, B-E-A-T, from a student of mine. He told me, look, the bass is a bit muffled. What can I do? Why does it sound like that? Etc. I've had it. Of course, he has to go for a long road still. But simply, there were too many things in that beat. Too many elements. So what do? You remove, no? You start to remove till the beat till the beat becomes okay. So you remove elements by elements, a thing after another, and you're good to go. I mean, up to today, I still receive beats with 3 kicks, 8 bass, like it's a symphonic orchestra of bass. Are we joking? Errors made by ingenuity, like nowadays, unless you are doing something conceptual or a specific genre, you just have to show off how cool you are. You do not put more than a bass. That's the thing. Or percussion put without a logic, or again, even if you study music, if you study the instrument, it's important to understand that, for example, if I want to use a trumpet, hi Michael, say hi to every, hey, you came very late, what happened to you? Surely you fell in love. Say hi to the chat, Michael. But so, yes, it's like if you're using the sound of a trumpet, you need to know that a trumpet produces a specific set of sound within a specific range. Of course, if you're going lower with that, using that trumpet sound, or above the natural trumpet range, and that sound will sound bad. Might work for whatever you're doing, but you need to know that is not the optimal range. It's like you need at least to have that knowledge. You can't operate all naive. I didn't know. That's part of your knowledge. Like me here, I have a double bass. Now I don't know how to flip the camera and show you. But it's a very big instrument which produces a like very low and deep sound. I'm not going to play it like a guitar. I mean, I can, but then it's another thing. So this is also part of music theory. Knowing, the basic instrument, knowing the role of a kick, knowing the role of a drum. The kick is that boom, boom, boom part of the drum. The snare is the one that looks like an hand slap. So it's important, it's very important, all of this. Why? Because those instruments, they are going to compose my grammar, they are going to be the base, the foundation of where I will lay the rest of it, no? So if I botch it, then it's okay. I might do trap, which now trap, as we can, as much as we want to talk bad about it, no? Like conceptually, trap music is like, how can I say? It's very experimental. It's a genre of music where everything is still allowed somehow. So you might like it or not. But so let's experiment with trap music. This is what I'm saying. Let's try and fuse, I don't know, the energy of rock with the freshness of trap, no? For example, that's a very stupid example, but I think you got me, no? How can I do it? I need to study a bit of music, because it doesn't work like, okay, I have this beat. What if I put a guitar? What if I put a trumpet? What if I put this synth? You have to go there already knowing. I mean, you can even use this approach, but then you'll take months to do to produce 4 bars, no? While especially in the market, how the market is going nowadays, I was reading former student of mine, she is having, blocks because she's constantly being pushed to release and produce new music. Guys, we are not like chicken that we sit and we lay eggs, no. Of course, we cannot even take 3 years to make one song. Again, we can, but or we are already living out of whatever we did in the past with music, or it's something something different. It's like something we do it in our free time. So through the knowledge of theory of music, we know how to produce music. And again, a music producer should focus on the production of the music, of the music idea, no? Which could be a score, which could be a beat, which could be an arrangement, etc, etc, etc. But it's the idea. Then this music, this beat, this thing is given to a sound engineer who does a set of other operation. Like me, still, that student of mine told me, no, this beat is almost ready. It needs to have some minor mastering fix. As if, mastering is that thing, is that, button you press at the end, mastering, boom. No. Everything works in a synergy. Everything works in relation with the previous and the next element. Again, if I use a very thin, high range bass, I can't even imagine to have a low, punchy, round, smooth sounding bass. I will have something, a thin sound somewhere. No? It's not that then I use a plugin that can maximize, my bass. Is there, okay, but we use them for something else. So it's important to know also music. Then the sound engineer will mix and master the beat for us, using another point of view, from a different perspective, etc, etc. So now our time here is pretty much over, I think. I wanted to give you a free plugin just for today. So if people will watch this live today, they will see the free plugin, which is a plugin from Wave. Actually, is not no, already. Yes, it's a plugin that costs real money. It's not something that you get it for free always. Not like the other one I shown you. So the plugin here, it's called Berserk, and it's a distortion. Actually, new Wave Shaper. Wave Shaper, guys, a distortion. Okay. I haven't tried it yet, but it sounds pretty nice and complete. You just go on the website waves.com here for the next 14 hours. Actually, you might find at the bottom of their page this. Get it free. You put your email address. Within the hour, they will send you the license. You follow the procedure, and you have a plugin which usually is worth $100 and more. You have it for free. I think it's a very good bargain So this is how I built my plugin library, by the way. That's the goodie for today. Barzark Creative. Otherwise, to get started, a good set of plugin, acustica-audio.com is your website. Yeah, you see, like, they are doing crazy sales now. They do like very, how can I say, accurate reproduction of a real channel strip, EQ, and other device. They are super expensive, so if you want to buy it, this is like the right time of the year. My personal opinion. And so yeah, here you have a bunch of plugins. You can even decide to free. They have something. They have a couple of I know this is not available anymore, but there is the TAN, which is a series of. It has a compressor, and there is also bass enhancer, which in my opinion, for it to be for free, I mean, we are not going to throw freebies. Who are we to say no to freebies? Am I right? So now, as the live is going to an end, I hope you've appreciated. I hope you prefer YouTube over than Twitch. Next live, let's keep and see. I think it will still be here on YouTube, or I might even do a multi-stream. Let me see how it works. So it might be here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the same time. So let's see which one it will be better for the papas. So I don't see any question coming, but you can support me by simply clicking the like button, comment it, share it, talk about this video, and generally spread the love. I hope I'll see you in the next live. Most probably I will be doing live every Sunday at this time, while on Twitch I will still be doing live mix. This for to use both platform, as Twitch allows more, a different kind of interaction rather than YouTube. So guys, thank you to have had the patience to follow me up to here. See you in the next live. So in the meantime, let's rock.